iRickSky here, back again with another tutorial video. And check out all my videos. Be sure to subscribe to my channel, youtube.com/iRickSky. I don't consider myself to be a beginner with videography. I don't consider myself to be a professional. But I do consider myself at this point in time of posting this video to be intermediate. Now, I've learned everything that I've learned from trial and error, done a lot of Google searches, tried to find ways to better understand. And then people often say once it clicks, and that's what I figured out. So I've become familiar enough with my gear, familiar enough with photography and videography. They go hand in hand in a lot of areas. But I've learned enough to where I can now piece it all together and create a better video production. So what I want to do within this video is share with you some video production tips that you probably need to know. Now, for simplicity's sake, this video I am filming in manual focus. You can check the link within this video's description to find the camera body, the lens, and the microphone that I'm using. This is the 85mm lens that's in there. I'm using an f1.8 aperture, and I'm standing beside this tree strategically because what I did, I'm not with my film crew. I'm doing a solo shot today, and so I focused upon this tree and I stood beside the tree. I did a quick video clip, probably 15 seconds, confirmed that I was in the camera's field of view, and I should be. So just a quick trick there. Something to never do with videos is never reference a date or a time or any sort of stores or whatever it may be in the area, because things change. If you want to date your video, if you want to have to reshoot your video for it to be perceived as current in the future, if you say dates and times and that sort of thing, it can potentially make it dated and require a reshoot, so be aware of that. Keep in mind what you're filming. You know, if it's not in the camera's field of view, when you go to edit that video, you're not going to have what you want. Think about the effect you want to have for your viewers. With an f1.8 aperture, again, check out my playlist, check out my f-stops explained in common sense terminology. Check that out, and you'll see that since I'm using an f1.8, even though I'm in the wilderness, the focus is upon me. You're watching me because I've blurred the background, I've defocused the background, also commonly referred to as bokeh, defocused background. So I'm front and center when you're watching this video. But if I want to use a different f-stop, yeah, you could see more of the background and this, that, and the other. But that's not the purpose of this video. This video is informative, so you don't really care about what's going on around me. You're probably hearing some background noise. There is some background noise. Optimally, I would have opted to use a lavalier style mic, something that would pick up less background noise. But with this, you're probably hearing the nature noises, and you're probably hearing a lot of people screaming and having a good time in the background. So, you know, I failed from that perspective. With this video, I should have thrown my lavalier mic in my backpack, but I failed to do that. Lesson learned. And it's like anything else. Once you film a few videos, you'll likely become more comfortable with your gear, and you'll likely become more proficient with knowing, okay, well, this is the subject that I want to film. Am I filming a person? Am I filming an environment? What am I filming? And do I just want them to see the person, or do I want them to see what's going on around them? If you're a news journalist, for example, and you've got a video camera and you're in a congested area, you probably don't want the faces in the background to be in that shot, because potentially someone could be in the background that didn't want to be in the video. So if you use an aperture like I'm doing, f1.8 with this one, you can effectively blur out anything that may be going on in the background. But a place where you may want to not use an aperture like an f1.8, maybe use a f5.6 or maybe even a little bit greater, would be if you're doing a review of, say, a beach or a swimming pool, and you want them to see that in the background while you're speaking face on video. There's so many tips. There's so many tips that it's impossible to package it all into one video. That's why I'm going to continue to post a ton of videos. I know there's a lot of people on YouTube already that post a ton of photography and videography tutorials. I'm not trying to compete. What I'm trying to do is, as a product of my lessons learned, not being very familiar with camera gear, going through figuring out what worked for me, what did not work well for me, and I've stumbled upon a set of equipment now that I use for my photography and my videography. It's convenient because as I buy more lenses, I know that I can use those lenses for my videos and my photos as well. And going forward, hopefully the camera body will not change, and it'll enable me to continue to use this style of lens. It's been a great system for me. So, again, check the link within this video's description to find all the camera equipment that I use, as well as this mic that I've got on the camera right now. But yeah, it's what I encourage everyone to do is just, you know, trial and error. Don't get a camera. Don't go out and spend an astronomical amount of money for a camera and expect to go out and capture jaw-dropping results in autofocus mode. For certain projects, autofocus may be appropriate. You know, you can go out and not really know what you're doing, hit record, and have a decent microphone on it, and you may get acceptable results. But to get quality, like I feel that I haven't edited this video at the time of filming it, but I'm very confident that the video quality and the audio quality in this should be pretty good. And obviously it's not pro level gear, but it's not your off the shelf, hey, let's get a camera phone or a point and shoot camera caliber of gear either. So, you know, nothing wrong with that. Learn with the basic equipment and then advance to the tools that better enable you to perfect the still images and/or videos that you're capturing, because it's easy to go out, and there's a lot of people on YouTube that do a great job of explaining stuff. Now that I have a better understanding of how it all works, I can now watch some more advanced videos and learn. But what I didn't find, at least when I was a beginner with this, I couldn't go out on YouTube and find, okay, this is what f-stop means. Okay, this is what manual focus means. This is why someone would want to use manual focus instead of autofocus. You know, here's a disadvantage to using autofocus. You see the background, how it looks kind of wonky. It's zooming in. It's what they refer to as focus breathing. That's autofocus. This being in manual focus right now, there should be no focus breathing. This video, and I'm not trying to brag, but this video should look probably as good as most professionally filmed videos that you may see on your popular TV networks. I mean, it's almost to that level, but it's not to that level from a price perspective. And I don't have a film crew. I'm my one-man crew today. So there's a lot that can be done if you really get to know your gear and you watch a lot of tutorial videos. Again, tell me what you want to see, because as a YouTube content creator, I'm constantly on a quest to find new topics to discuss. I like getting in front of a camera. I like editing. I like filming videos. I like learning from the videos that I've filmed. I like to edit videos. I like to publish videos. I like to interact with my audience. So tell me what you want to see. Probably the best way to get me, go to facebook.com/IRIXGuy. Shoot me a message. Hey man, you know, I want to see you address blah 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 in an upcoming video, and I'll try my best to do it. Likewise, if there's any gear that you're looking for, shoot me a message. I'll shoot you a link. You know, here's what I'm using. Here's a link. Go out and research it. You know, that's the thrill of all of this. And I'm as I mentioned, if you've watched some other videos, I'm an independent YouTube channel. I'm not part of a network. What I say and what I do and the topics that I choose to showcase, that's my choice. I'm not being, it's like, hey man, you need to do this, you need to do that. If you don't do this, then you're not going to be filming for us anymore, blah, blah, blah. I have none of the politics to deal with. I'm a one-man crew, so I can do what I want to do. And with that being the case, tell me what you want to see, and I'll see if I can accommodate your request here on Irish Guy's Adventure Channel, youtube.com/IRIXGuy. And in closing, one thing I want to encourage everyone to do is don't become frustrated, because it's so easy to think that, oh, this is just too difficult for me, I'm not going to be able to learn it. You're not going to be able to learn it overnight. Very few people are. And if you think that the fix is going out and buying more expensive gear, that may help to make the results look more convincing. But if you don't understand all of the technical components that go into creating a video and or a still photo, it's just going to be marginally better at best. But when you really start to understand manual focus and all the components of manual focus, once you understand that, and once you understand audio, then you can really go out and perfect your craft. And this could be, hey, you may get so good at it that you say, hey, I'm going to start a videography company and go out and film all kinds of stuff. I mean, nature footage, people. You may say, hey, I want to become a wedding photographer or a wedding videographer. There's money to be made in all those fields, but there's money to be made for people that are proficient and can produce the level of quality that the customer is looking for. So always keep that in mind. And you don't have to be in this for money. It may just be a hobby. You know, maybe you're an old gal or an old dude and you're like, I want to go out and have fun with a video camera. You can do that. It's easy to do. So, that being said, I appreciate your viewership. Be sure to subscribe. Check out my other videos too. YouTube.com/IRIX Guy. Y'all have a good day. And again, if you're wondering what I filmed this with, check the link within this video's description. It's the 85mm lens that's listed there, the camera body that's there, and the on-top camera stereo mic that's there. Y'all have a good day. Hey y'all, IRIX Guy here. If you enjoyed this video, please be sure to subscribe, like, and share. It's viewers like you that enable my channel to continue to grow. Thank you.